I want to be doing this for a long time. I think my goal is to be making games as a solo full-time developer basically until I don't want to do it again, or I get bored, or maybe I've grown a studio to a point where I don't think of myself as a developer, but maybe the owner of a company who is making games, or I don't know. Maybe I want to go work at a bakery and make delicious croissants for people and see the smiles on their faces when they eat it. The gist is I want to do that. I want to make games until the point where I'm done making games. And I think burnout is going to be the biggest threat to that goal, especially as a studio. Well, there's also the money concerns, because as a studio, I need to, a human in this earth, I need to pay my mortgage and pay for cat food and pay for human food as well, so I can eat, because I don't eat cat food. Surely I don't. Although, I mean, it's nutritious enough. No, I'm not going to eat cat food. What I do know is that it's not going to take me one game or two games or three games to become a profitable studio. It might, and there's a small voice in the back of my head says, what if Hexagod becomes a hit game? And it certainly could. There's one of the fun promises of making a game is your game could blow up and it could become the thing you work on for the next 5 years, and it could become your retirement plan, which is a cool thought. But I know more likely than not, the most likely outcome is I have to make a couple games or 5 or 6 games to get a small amount of like passive income and success, and maybe one of those games pops off and sells 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 copies, and that becomes enough to fund myself for a long time. So money aside, if I think about it from the lens of I need to make 4 or 5 games, well, it also, I'm learning that it takes me about, realistically speaking, probably 9 months to make a game. I want to think that I can do it quicker than that, but I just think there's too much exploration in the game development process and how I like to make games to be able to just go at it. And get it done in a couple months. I don't think I'm that prolific of a developer. So if I think about it, that I need to make, we'll call it 5 games, and it's 9 months, that means this journey, we could give it a nice round number, because I'm not going to do 9 times 5 and figure out how many years that is. Well, it's 40 months, and what is that? Like 3.5 years? Cool, I did the math. There we go. That's the math major coming in handy. 3.5 years of game development to make 5 games as an estimate. That means that I have to find a amount of money to do that, because I think right now I have funding for about a year or so. But 2, I need to get into a situation where I'm not burning myself out, where I'm not working 50, 60, 70-hour weeks. Not that I'm doing that, certainly. But what I really don't want to do is I don't want to have Hexagod be released and then you see a YouTube video come out here saying Hexagod's done. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. This has been such a slog. Because I know the end result of this likely isn't going to be world-renowned indie Bolitrol levels of success, I want to finish it and be proud of what I did and be ready to move on to the next game, the next journey, the next adventure. Hey there, Aarimous from the future here. If you want to support the channel any further, my first game, Chess Survivors, is part of the turn-based carnival, which is happening from November 13th to the 20th, and it is currently on 60% off, which is $2. That money goes directly into funding these videos, my journey, and if if that's not your cup of soup, go check out my upcoming game, Hexagod, which is currently in the demo phase, and I'm putting out patches every day, not every day, but about once a week, that'll have these new big features, and I'd love to hear your feedback. If not, you hanging out watching these videos, hopefully feeling inspired, is a good enough reward for me. I think by doing that and by having burnout in the back of my head and knowing that that is the biggest threat to the long-term success and my ability to make games over the next couple of years, I need to figure out how to manage myself. And it's something I've been thinking about a lot. It's something I've been doing a lot here, because as a solo full-time developer, I have the luxury of saying, shit, right now I don't really feel like it. And I can do that guilt-free, because I feel like through my career of having full-time jobs and working for companies, I got into this vibe that I need to be working 8 hours a day full-time. And I need to be doing it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, no exceptions, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., a little bit of break in the day, or some jobs don't even give you a break in the day, which is wild. I get a min-max for my own quality of life. I get to define what future employees of Aarimous Studios might get to have as perks of the job. All this is to say, I see so many videos of other content creators saying, I did it. I released my game. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And I don't want to do that. Because I have that in my control. Because I know that in the long run, if I figure out how to love and enjoy this journey and min-max this adventure for me, I'm going to produce better games. I'm going to enjoy the journey. I'm going to have this kind of weight lifted off my shoulders and my chest and my brain. And I'm going to be in this free-flowing state where creative ideas flow more. It's kind of like when you're trying to fall asleep at night. If you're focusing too much on falling asleep, you can't fall asleep. If you're focusing too much on how many hours of sleep you're going to get because of it's midnight or 1 or 2, it's hurting your ability to fall asleep. So there's a little bit of like letting go that I'm trying to do in the last couple weeks and months here, of just trying to let this journey be the journey that it is, and hope that at the end of the day, the things I create resonate with other people, the things I create are fun, and if someone does happen to purchase Hexagod or wishlist or play the demo, they enjoy the time they spent with my game. I will be live after this video goes live, hanging out, sharing some thoughts about Hexagod. If you have thoughts that you want to talk about or things you want to celebrate, the little things in life, come stop by the Twitch stream or come share them in my Discord as well. All the links will be in the pinned comment and or the description. Life is hard. Try your best. Be gentle to yourself and others. And at the end of the day, that's all we can do. I've been Aarimous. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.